Recently on a Wednesday night, I read Psalm 20 and I was asked why Psalm 20 was translated a particular way in my version, but was translated differently in her version. And the words that were at issue were italicized in my Bible version, the New American Standard. And I thought this would be a great opportunity, one, to solve this issue and explain why. And number two, if you do have a Bible that has certain words in italics, to let you know what that means so you can read your Bible with more awareness and understanding of what it's doing and why it's doing it. So, without further ado, I will dive in and talk about Psalm 20, what it means, and what those weird italics are all about.
So here is our faithful verse, Psalm chapter 20, verse 7. Some praise their chariots and some their horses, but we will praise the name of the Lord our God. Now, you can see here the word praise there is in italics. Why is it in italics? The King James and the New American Standard both do a really helpful thing for the Bible reader, and they let you know that sometimes when you're translating from, in this case, Hebrew into English, there are specific words that are not there in Hebrew, but that need to be put there in order to make this a readable English sentence. And so, because this is italicized here, you know that that verb praise is not actually in Hebrew, but it's been brought in English. And so the question that was brought to me was, how come, she asked, how come my version says trust and this version says praise? What's the difference? Normally, I would just look at Hebrew and say, well, this or that could be the explanation. In this case, there is no verb for praise because it's italicized. So I want to explain briefly what's going on here, and it may help you understand Bible translations in general, understand your Bible maybe a little bit better, or what's going on behind the scenes, so to speak. So if you look here, I put the relevant Hebrew text here on the screen. The verse is broken into two parts. The first part is the crux of what I'm talking about, and I've color coded it. And as you can see, there's no verb here. It literally reads in Hebrew, some in the chariot and some in horses. That's all it says. There is no verb. There is no praise. There is no trust. There is no proclaim. There's no nothing. Some in the chariot and some in horses. But there is a verb in the second part of the verse, and I coded those with the two lime green highlights. The second part says, but, or and, could be either, but we will praise the name of Yahweh Elohim. So there is a parallel going on here where the psalmist is saying, these guys do that, but we do this. We praise Yahweh. They, implied, praise something else. They praise their chariots and their horses. That's what those guys really trust in and grab hold of for their certainty, for their strength. We're different. We praise/trust the name of Yahweh Elohim. And so when you bring that into English, you need to supply a verb in the first part of the sentence in order for it to make sense. Because these are clearly in parallel, they do that, but we do this. It's like there's the same action, but there's different objects. Their object of trust and praise are their chariots and their horses, their military might. Believers' object of trust and praise is the name of Yahweh Elohim, the Lord. So, what happens, to go back to our text here, what happens is you have a good translation like some praise their chariots and some their horses. That's what they do, but we will praise the name of the Lord our God. And that's why that happens. They're supplying a verb for you, but they're putting it in italics so you know it's not in Hebrew, but they had to bring it in to make the sentence make sense. Um, Many translations use the word trust. As you look here at this comparison on the left, the ESV, some trust in chariots, the New Living Translation, some nations boast of their chariots, and you see the same thing down the line in all these different translations. There's the King James, some trust in chariots and some in horses. The Christian Standard Bible, the Southern Baptist translation, say some take pride in their chariots and some their horses. The word actually means praise or something really similar. I jotted down a few options here. The word also could mean mention or profess or make known. And what you have to do in Bible translation is try and figure out what of the semantic range of this word in this context, what is the best gloss, the best word to try and get across what's happening here. Um, we will mention the name of Yahweh. I mean, yeah, that's possible, but it's very weak. It's very tepid. Um, We will profess, we will make known. Those are kind of in this, they're a little better, but they're kind of the same. They're very wimpy. It's not very strong. Uh, Praise or maybe proclaim, that is a stronger word. We will praise the name of Yahweh Elohim. Some praise the chariot and some horses. We will praise the name of Yahweh. So that is a really good translation. The reason why some translation use the word trust is they're trying to help you out a little. And the thought seems to be the only reason you will praise Yahweh is because you trust him. So they just use trust to try and get to the bottom foundational root of what exactly is being expressed here. I think praise is better because that's close, more closely tied to what the word actually means. But trust is what it is saying. It's what's being conveyed.
And there you have it, the twin mysteries of Psalm chapter 20, verse 7 and the italics solved. I hope this helped you understand your Bible so you can read it a little bit better and understand what it's saying and why.